Welcome everyone, this is your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. Today, I start a new tutorial actual play series featuring Blood Moon Apocalypse. If you haven't seen my review of this amazing solo survival horror RPG slash board game, because it's a bit of a hybrid, please check out the playlist in the description below. In this game, you play as a survivor, perhaps one of the few humans that are still alive in a world that has been taken over by demons. The demons have possessed various people, and you're trying to survive. This game does not have a happy ending. You're trying to see how long you last before the demonic forces take you. I'm going to try to make it as clear as possible when I am playing the role of my character. His name is Renard Parker. He was a normal guy trying to make his way through life, but when the entire Blood Moon apocalypse occurred, he took shelter in a local game store. That is, in that place they sell video games, board games, tabletop RPGs, like a general purpose game store, anime, manga. You have probably seen those places. So he's represented by this blue cube, and this is his home base. He basically like took whatever he could in terms of food and some supplies and locked himself into the game store. And now he's thinking about exploring the rest of the city because his supplies are running out. And so it begins. As Renard Parker, I take a moment to consider the action to be taken during this day. Going through the ammo and crafting supplies, as well as medical supplies, I consider the possibility of obtaining more ammo to ensure survival against the ravenous hordes of the possessed. I take out all of the ammo from the storage bin, as well as the medical supplies and rations. 5 rations in total, in case something happens to the food. And I unlock the back door and proceed into the southeast road that I clearly see through the window. In this case, the roads have already been determined. I now roll to determine the location. Renard Parker encounters a military base, a heavily fortified base that could contain weapons, ammunition, and medical supplies, according to Renard's understanding. As Renard, I step carefully into the military base, noticing that the door is open, and begin searching, rummaging through all of the boxes, lockers, bags, any container that could house resources. Renard must roll a scavenging check. Renard is able to find everything that he was looking for. As Renard, I put the electronics in my backpack. I also pocket the ammunition. Renard can see an object just underneath a couple of burlap sacks in the corner. I roll to determine the random weapon encountered. Renard finds a shotgun. As Renard, I take the shotgun and prepare it, making sure that my combat knife and pistol are within easy reach. As I adjust the combat knife in my belt and the pistol in the makeshift holster. I roll on the event table. A mysterious fog rolls in, making visibility and navigation difficult. As Renard, I run outside as quickly as possible, trying to make my way through the mysterious fog, determining new location. Determining area links. I am applying a couple of house rules to this game when it comes to navigation to obtain more links between areas. Three links are found, determining the links. As Renard rushes through the fog, he notices various paths to follow. One in the south, an unkept road towards the northeast, and another road leading towards the west. I roll to determine the direction in which Renard is making his way through the fog. Getting lost in the fog, Renard steps into the southernmost area. I roll to determine the number of links. As Renard enters the new location, he spots a road heading towards the east. He also spots another clear path going further into the south. I roll to determine the location. The newly discovered location is a farm. It could contain food and tools and other items of interest, according to Renard's appraisal. As Renard, I enter the structure and rummage through it as quickly as possible, leaving no niche or corner without proper investigation. I roll to determine success. As he searches, Renard encounters various items. he finds 2 packs of rations. Even fuel and crafting supplies. As Renard, I quickly realized that I cannot carry everything. I decide to leave behind 2 medical supplies and 2 rations. I roll to determine event. As Renard looks through the objects, a group of survivors approaches him, seeking help and supplies. They ask for medical supplies and rations. 1 pack of rations. As Renard, I say, sure, help yourself. In fact, I just left a couple of them. Pack of rations and a medical supplies package. Just right there. And I point to the place where I left the needed supplies. With a bleak and ungrateful stare, the survivors take the items and leave. As Renard, I make camp and wait for the day to go by. The day passes uneventfully, and Renard consumes the ration that he left. As Renard, I go through my belongings as soon as I wake up. And prepare for what lies ahead. And this concludes the session. So we are currently here. We have yet to... No, it's here, huh? We have yet to see what lies beyond, but... Oh, at least I didn't encounter the possessed trying to attack me. But I did find several things. I think it should be a good idea to return to the home base and store all the things that I have found. In this game, it takes half the time to move from one place to the other. Yes, I think it is the best course of action. And see if I can craft a backpack at least. I'm going to store the crafting supplies. I don't know if they are enough. Let's check out if they are enough to craft the backpack. I need 10 crafting supplies. Definitely need to go back and store those crafting supplies. I actually had them from the very start. Should have crafted a backpack from the very beginning. That's a good tip. if you are playing this game, I would recommend that you craft a backpack immediately to increase your carrying capacity. Well, it was very fun and suspenseful. You never know what is going to attack you, and thankfully we didn't have to fight anyone. Even in fact, if you didn't give those supplies to the survivors, they would have attacked you. But yes, very very fun game. Let me save the progress. Um, I like the simple resolutions and how it really gets you into the mentality of thinking as someone that is surviving that sort of apocalypse. And I also like that the map is divided with coordinates. So it's E6. E6 is the military base. E6 military base. And the farmhouse is E7. That way you can keep track of the things. Like for example, I left the medical supplies in the farm. Now, like I said, I applied a couple of house rules. First house rule, in the other game, when you roll, that is in the standard game as presented, when you roll the same location that you just went through, you create another link, another road. But I think it's much better to roll again to determine another random connection because otherwise, I think the map would end up looking very weird and very short. You're supposed to be like in the middle of a city, it would look very weird. The other house rule is that this could extend the replayability of the game. Once you explore the entire map, the locations are refreshed, and so you can search the locations again because you never know. Perhaps you didn't look carefully enough. Perhaps some other survivors left supplies here or there. So let's see if we can explore the entire map. Can only hope. Thank you for watching this actual play tutorial. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the Super Thanks button. Take a look at the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master, and remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you and see you later.